this is on. You got to turn while this is on. They go forward.
Assalamu alaikum. If you brothers don't mind taking a minute to put your cell phones on silent, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الحمد لله الحمد لله. إن الحمد لله. All praise is due to Allah, Lord and Creator of all the worlds, the fashioner of all things, the most merciful of those who show mercy. All things in the heavens and the earth belong to Him. All things in the heavens and the earth depend upon Him, while He depends upon nothing. All things in the heavens and the earth were created by Him, while He Himself is not created. He gives life to the dead, and He gives death to that which is living. All things depend upon Him. I bear witness that there is no God except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is His servant and messenger. Amma ba'd. This day of Yom Jum'ah, I seek refuge with Allah from misleading and being misled, from betraying and being betrayed into ignorance by others. And I ask Allah to guide my heart and guide my tongue, and to make today's khutbah sound and beneficial. And surely anything that is said here that is untrue is from my own weakness, and all that benefits is from Allah and His Prophet. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today I'm going to, with your indulgence, I'm going to do something I actually discourage people from doing when they get khutbah. I want to talk about several topics. Typically, I always like to try to focus on one topic whenever I'm giving a khutbah, but today I want to talk about a few things. One thing I want to talk about the most important thing is sincerity. You know, the Prophet ﷺ, as reported, have said in the hadith, we find in An-Nawawi's 40 hadith, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الدين النصيحة. Religion, or the way of life, is sincerity. The companion said, Qulna, we said, liman. They asked, to who? He said, لله ولكتابه ولرسوله ولأئمة المسلمين وآماتهم. Okay? So, he said the deen of nasiha, the deen is sincerity. And we said, to who? He said, to Allah, and to His book, and to His messenger, and to the A'immah, the emirs, or the imams of the believers, and into the common, and their common everyday folk. Sincerity. So in essence, sincerity throughout your life and in everything you're doing. When you think about when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I should say the Prophet said, the deen of nasiha, he mentions al-kitab Allah, the kitabihi, to the book of Allah. This actually is a very, very enormous thing. This is a big thing. It's a very short hadith, but this is a very, very big thing. Sincerity to the book of Allah. What does that mean to be sincere to the book of Allah? You know, the Prophet ﷺ has taught us that the covering of the awrah is fard. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us this in the Quran. So we're supposed to cover our awrah. The Prophet ﷺ explained that the awrah for the man, the part of your body that must be covered, is from the navel to the knees. And for the woman, it's her hair, it's her neck, her body, in essence, everything except for her face and hands is fard to be covered. So the reality is that those people who are, I should say those sisters who are sincere, they practice that. If they are truly sincere, if they are truly believers, they practice that. For the brothers who are truly sincere, and not just the covering, but the covering with modesty. To be covered with modesty, to be covered in a way that you're not wearing something see-through or designed to show off your body parts. You know, this is just one issue of sincerity, but my point is that this is something that we see, it's obvious. It's obvious to the eyes, a level of sincerity. You know, there's numerous hadith about the Prophet in which the Prophet ﷺ talked about the wearing of the beard. You know, there were some from the ulama who say that the wearing of the beard is fard, and in fact to cut it off is actually a big sin. To shave it off is a sin. Sheikh bin Baz, may Allah have mercy on him. You know, one of the scholars of our era, who's no longer with us, one of the great scholars recognized by every school. He said to shave off the beard is haram, and this is a sin. He gave the example, some of the hadith that he related on this issue was he said, you know, the Prophet ﷺ said in one hadith that whoever does not follow my sunnah is not of me. And he mentioned specifically the lengthening of the lihya, letting the beard grow, and the shortening of the mustache. And again, Allah knows best about sincerity. I mean, we all have our shortcomings. But these are things that are visual and obvious and open. But now I want to talk about some of the things that are not so obvious, and not so open, and not so clearly seen. And I mentioned before, I'm going to talk about several different things. One of the things I want to talk about in today's clip is the police. I want to talk about the police. Some of y'all who know me well have heard me mention before, my father was a cop. My father was an IPD sergeant, highly decorated IPD sergeant. One of the things he was decorated for, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. Y'all might find this really strange. His area of operation was over in Hallville. And he went in because he was really conscious of trying to crack down on people gambling. And he went and kicked in the door of a garage where the guys were running a crap game. And he arrested 9 guys by himself. Now can you imagine, that sounds real crazy, doesn't it? This cop kicked in the door and arrested 9 men, grown men. A lot of them real tough guys. He arrested them by himself. Didn't shoot a single person. Didn't hurt nobody. Didn't himself get hurt. But I want to tell y'all how he did this. My father-in-law, who knew my father well, told me this story. This story was actually in the Indianapolis Star-News. But my father-in-law told me this story well, because this happened when I was a little kid. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know about it until I started hearing about it. And I researched and found the articles and so forth. But my father-in-law explained to me how my father arrested all of these guys by himself. And you know what it was? How he arrested them? It's with sincerity. You see, my father operated in that neighborhood as a police officer. And he knew everybody. He knew everybody who lived in the neighborhood. And they all knew him. And he loved these people. And these people knew that he loved them. And they loved him back. So even when he used to arrest people, they said they kicked in that door and they started running, he started calling my name. Michael, get back over here. Don't let me come after you. Sit down. Told them all sit down. Then he called a paddy wagon. And they came and they took him downtown, and they were so amazed. This man arrested all these men by himself, and there was no physical confrontation, no fights or nothing like that. Because he was sincere to them, and they knew it. He was sincere to them, and they knew it. This is the sunnah of the Prophet. You know, the Prophet, we know the story. The Prophet went to Taif to invite the people to Islam. We all know the story. Even the children know the story, right? They sent the young, some of the bad boys and throw stones at him and kill him. And not kill him, but hurt him, chase him out of the city. And Jibreel, radiallahu anhu, came to the Prophet. The angel Jibreel came and asked him, what did he want to do? That Allah gave him permission if he wanted to destroy and what did the Prophet ﷺ say? You see, he had sincerity. He had sincerity in Iman. He had sincerity to Allah, to the book of Allah. He had sincerity in the deen, to the deen of Allah. And he knew that there's a bigger issue here. There's a bigger issue than actually what's happening to me. It's bigger than that. So when I say I want to talk to you about the police, I want to tell you something. I have often thought myself over the years, a lot of people don't know this, but there's never been a time in America, there's never been a single year where under 500 unarmed black men have been murdered by the police. Not a single year. Every year. It's been over 500. Now we start to talk about this stuff more and more all the time because the stuff gets caught on camera. There's cameras everywhere now. Right? So we talk about these things more and more all the time. And I'll tell you a couple of things that I've been noticing. And it really amazes me because I talk to some white people, like some of my clients. I want to talk about white people for a second. And I find this really fascinating because a lot of white people you talk to, I find white cops, white cops tend to come in like 3 categories. I've broken them into 3 categories, 3 basic categories. There's those guys who they become police so they can be bully. They just want to be a bully. Ruffians. And there's some who's genuinely, no doubt in my mind, they go out there every day and they really look for an opportunity to kill a nigga. That's what they want to do. Like them guys down in Louisiana, you know, they just slam the guy on the car, slam him on the ground, try to make it look like, you know, some kind of fight. Gun! And just murderous maniacs, right? And then you get a guy like that poor fool up in Minnesota, who's just so scared. He's so scared, he's on a job and he's got so much prejudice and he's been trained to fear the black man so much that all the man said to him was, I have a weapon, I have a gun. And he took that as a threat and started shooting. Some of y'all have probably seen those videos online where the young boy got pulled over for a policeman for the traffic stop. And cop told him to get out of the car, and he got out of the car and he asked him for his license. And he said, okay. So he goes around, climb back in the car to get his license, and the cop started shooting him. Some of y'all have probably seen that, right? First thing the kid said to him, why did you shoot me? And you can see it in the cop's face. Oh man, why did I shoot this kid? He's just scared. So you have those cops, right? But then there's that third guy. There's that third guy. And he became a cop just because he wants to do good in his community. He wants to see some change in his city. He wants to bring about a better environment. He wants to do his part to make things better. And I said that to say this. I have often thought with all of these shootings and killings, and I've also thought, and I've said it for years, some of you brothers actually heard me say this in conversation, and I'm loath to say this on the member, but I'm going to say it again now. In my mind, it always was logical to me. If I was going to go after a cop, it would be one of those guilty individuals. One of those guys you know just got away with murder. You know, if I was going to go after them and kill one of them, or kill any of them, it would be one. I wouldn't just go kill some random cop. If I went out and just shot some random cop just because he's a cop, I might be killing somebody who was like my father. Sincerity and fear of Allah keeps you from doing foolish things. Sincerity to Allah keeps you from doing foolish things, acting in foolish ways. Some of you who know me well know I have been railed against homosexuals. I even printed up some bumper stickers, a set of bumper stickers offering brothers people to put them on their cars to address homosexuality, this issue. But how foolish a thing. How does that support the cause of correcting this foolishness to go in and murder individuals without even a trial in a land where it's not even illegal anymore? What kind of teaching is that? The sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is to invite people to that which is good, not murder them for doing what's wrong. We can't justify doing something outside of the limits set by Allah because somebody else went outside the limits set by Allah. What kind of madness is that? Now look at our ummah. Wallahi, look at our ummah. Muslims are killing Muslims. And when you try to settle disputes between them, all they can say is look at the other one and say, he's a Shia. He's a Sunni. If I was to look at the same way it's absurd to me to look at every single policeman as being corrupt because he's a policeman, there would be the same foolish thing to do to look at somebody because they're a Kurd or a Turk and despise them. They're a Sunni or a Shia. Do you think it furthers the cause of Allah that 1,000 Shia have murdered 10,000 Sunnis and the Sunnis going to retaliate? These are people succumbing to the deceptions of Shaitan. Muslims have gotten to the point where they're even killing each other's children, bombing their homes, killing each other's children. These people have no sincerity. Wallahi, a'udhu billah, I seek refuge with Allah. If someone came to my home and murdered my entire family, I have enough wisdom and fear of Allah to know that go out and willy-nilly kill somebody who looked like them is not justified by Allah. Everything that exists in this creation belongs to Him. Even your wives and children belong to Allah. And He is sufficient. Wallahi, He is sufficient in bringing justice. Maybe by your hand, maybe not. But these things are in the hands of Allah. I'm going to share another hadith from my Nawawi's collection, 40 hadith. This is a hadith Qudsi. إن الله تعالى قال من آل لي من آل لي وليا فقد أذنته بالحرب وما تقرب إلي عبدي بشيء أحب إلي مما افترضته عليه ولا يزال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل حتى أحبه فإذا أحبه كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به وبصره الذي يبصر به ويده التي يبطش بها ورجله التي يمشي بها ولئن سألني لا أعطينه ولئن استعاذني لأعوذنه قيدنا رواه Bukhari. This was related by Bukhari. Translation. Allah the Almighty has said, whoever shows hatred or enmity to a friend of mine, I shall be at war with him. My servant does not draw near to me with anything more loved by me than the religious duties I have imposed upon him. And my servant continues to draw near to me with the extra deeds, so that I shall love him. And when I love him, I am the hearing with which he hears, the seeing with which he sees, the hand with which he strikes, his foot with which he walks. Were he to ask something of me, I would surely give it to him. And were he to ask me for refuge, I would surely grant him it. Surely Allah is sufficient as our provider, our protector, our source of justice, our friend. And all He requires of you to do all of these things, all He requires of us is that we be sincere and obedient to Him and do that which